point, I've got the title. Now, you'll never guess, while we're on the topic here, how you're going to get the content of your WordPress post. Anyone want to take a guess? The content. Sounds too easy. Is it? I'm going to go ahead and test it. I just uploaded it. I hit refresh. Well, golly, there it is. Making cool charts with Canvas.js. I've got all the content in there. Now, if you were to put the excerpt, watch what happens. Save your changes. Upload it. Replace. You're not seeing me do that. You don't need to. And now I hit refresh, and now I just have an excerpt. And I don't even have the picture anymore. Is that depressing or what? So I lost my little code pen there because it just got cut off when I did the excerpt. So that's the excerpt. And of course, we want to go back to the content until we replace and do it. Now, there's many other little features we can add as well to it. So we can figure out who was posted by. So we'll put a little paragraph here, and we'll put posted by. Anyone want to take a guess how to get the author of the post? One of these days, this isn't going to work, and then it'll be sad. But until then, hopefully you're getting the logic now, and you're starting to understand a little bit about how this is working. And you're realizing it's not quite so scary as it once seemed. Oh, check it out, posted by Dev, only this is all text. What if I wanted this to be a link to all of my stuff there? Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Now, before I do anything else, let me just kind of go over one point I sort of glossed over, and that is Single.php is a template file universally recognized by WordPress. So if WordPress, you go to click on an excerpt and you're going to get the permalink. That's another function. We'll deal with that later. If you're going to get the permalink of a post, it'll actually trigger Single.php if it can find it. If it can't find it, it will go to Index.php and we'll use that file. So if you have one for Index.php like this will also work. We'll deal with that a little bit later because that's kind of the home page. But anyway, at this point, it already knows that we already only want one. And it already knows what post to use. So single is kind of nice because you don't have to deal with choosing, okay, what is the right post? How do I make sure I get the right one? WordPress knows, and it will send you the information. The other thing I do want to kind of go over is this article tag should probably be surrounding this message when we don't have it. So I highly recommend go ahead and copy this much here, paste it over here, article class equals post, and then I just go ahead and tab those two over. And then I would close the article just to be safe. You don't want to leave things undone. So at this point, there's all kinds of other features that we can add to our links. The other one I want to talk about is the edit button. How do we get it so that we can edit the site? All right, before we wrap it up, this, by the way, is part of the WordPress Codex. It's all about the loop. And I just want to cover a couple things here. You might, somewhere in your WordPress, have this, PHP, the permalink. That's what I was talking about. What this does is it gets the link to the post, and you can insert it inside the href attribute. Make sure you start with the quotation mark here, and after you call the permalink, you close it. Okay? And then this will actually trigger the page we've been working on, which is single.php. The other thing is you'll notice it's been formed to create a link surrounding the title. So we have a series of that. I also want to talk about the date. You can get the date to the post, and that's part of the time. By the way, all of these things like the title, the content, the time, these only work inside of the while loop, in the loop. Okay, so we can get this, and it would be posted by, and we'll use this as your format. So capital F for the month, and all that stuff. All right, so anyways, year with the capital Y gives you the full year Capital F, I believe, is the full month. The little f, I think, would be, yeah, it might just be abbreviated. I don't recall all of that, but J clearly is the day, and S probably refers to this. And then we can get the author posts link. So we can get a link to all posts by the author. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and insert this in mine. So I'm just going to copy it from here. Copy and paste is your friend. Undo. Stop it. And then the author's post link, it already had it right here, posted by. So I'm going to get rid of the small tag, and I'm just going to reinsert this a little bit here. On the time, and then it already has the by, so I'm going to get rid of that. We have the author post link, so I'm going to cut that out of here. Close the paragraph here. And then posted by, and then what I want to do is create a hyperlink, href equals quotation mark. And then close that, and then I'm going to close the anchor over here. And again, backwards day, remember? So I code this first, I close it, and then right inside of here, I want to paste the author post link. So you might want to pause on here as you look at it. I'm not sure what this was about. That was an error. And that's an error. I hope I didn't break anything. And then the last thing we want to do is have an edit window to edit the content. So let's go ahead and add that too. So I want to add a little edit window if the user happens to be logged in, so that the person who posted it can actually edit it, or someone else can if they have that. And that's edit post link. This function's a little bit more complex. I'm going to go ahead and copy that right here, and I'm just going to paste it over. This actually came from page.php, and this is from the parent theme or maybe the child theme. I can't remember. I'm just going to paste it in here. So edit post link. I'm going to go ahead and put a little space around these parentheses. It uses this function call. And what this is going to do is edit post link. We can get some information. This will be the text to what we want it to say. This has something to do with the parent theme. I think it's going to add it as like a class or something. I don't remember. We're going to test it and look. And then now notice this is like using parentheses. This is a type of array, and the order in which you add stuff will be significant. But then we have a comma after, and then we have a tag, a paragraph tag, comma, and a closing paragraph tag. So what we're really saying here is on edit post link, we want to give it some information as an array, which just means we're having more than one piece of information we're sending. This will give us the content we need. Then after we have a comma, anything in quotes will be the tag that goes before that post link, and anything after the next comma will be what goes after the post link content. So kind of a little bit more complex. So let's go ahead and save it and see what's going on here. Also, make heavy use of Notepad++ and the ability to see whether you open or close a parenthesis and when it gets opened and when it gets closed. Because you're going to notice this edit this page closes down here on the next screen. So do be careful there. We're going to go ahead and test this out and see if it works and see how it works. Oops, I keep forgetting to add this. I'm going to hit refresh again, and then I'm going to want to scroll down. It's going to take a little moment. Hopefully it's not broken, but we will know in just a second. Okay, it looks like I have an error. Posted by dev. We have a link, but look, we can see a quotation mark and a closing angle bracket. And then it says dev. So that is a problem. We need to fix that. So we're going to go back to our code on here. And it was the author post link. I get the feeling I didn't need that at all. So I'm going to remove that and save it as is. Test it out. Sometimes you got to test. It's not always obvious. And then you hit refresh. Hopefully it won't take as long this time. So I have one more mistake. It says posted by DevDev. I'm Dev, by the way. Nice to meet you all. That's shorthand for developer, just letting you know. Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, you're 100 Visions guy. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so anyway, this is what I did wrong. Posted by the author post link. That gave me both dev and the link to my site. Then I put the author. I didn't need that. That was repetitively redundant. And I don't need to close a hyperlink. That already was a link. So clean it up. There we have it. So let's test that out. And I'm going to log in so you can see if this little edit post works or not. Okay, so down towards the bottom, edit this page. Let's open up the Chrome browser tool, and let's examine this link a little more closely. Okay, to figure that out, I did my research, and edit post link on the WordPress codex just shows you need your text, opening tag or content, closing content, and that's normal. But then in this case, we saw something different right here. Instead of just one text, we saw this, which shows __ edit this page, HTML5 reset. So I researched, what's this double underscore thing about? I've seen it before. I forgot. It has to do with internationalization. So what it will do is it allows you to translate if you want to have your theme display in other languages. And so you would put the text here as the first item in what's called the domain. What the domain means, it's a way to get translated text. So, so in this case, this would be built into the theme. So the reset theme must have some way of allowing people to contribute in other languages. And so there's a setup for that to translate. And where that is, honestly, I don't know. So I'm going to avoid that for now. I think it's not a bad idea to leave it in there, so I will leave it in there, but you could easily replace that just with the following. Edit this page like so, and that would work, okay? So if you're not planning on getting your theme translated in other languages, keep it simple, do it like this. I'm gonna go ahead and post it. You've already seen that it works. At this point, I think we've got it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. If you want more of these little things here, what you can do is you can just do a little bit of research on the codex, look at other themes, see what they add. You can look for theme functions as well. In fact, I think I'll end with that particular page. So I'm just going to end you with this one link here on the WordPress codex, template tags. So template tags include all these different tags, not just ones in the loop. So like get header, get footer, get sidebar, we've already done that. We can get parts of a template, we can get a search form, etc. So some of these will be ones related, single post title. This would, so some of these are more generic, and some of those are for the loop themselves. One's related to the author, get the author link, etc. And so you might want to look through some of these. And then there's some articles at the top you can read. I would take a look at some of those and learn more on your own. Good luck.